Oh boy, it's been a minute. Gets kind of stiff after a week. Oi, that's me. Let's get gory. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and ghouls, ghosts and goblins. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sean Gory, and I'll spare you the gory details. I'm dead excited to be coming to you live here this evening for our Thriller Thursday broadcast, where we are doing a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. This is probably the finale of our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Things didn't turn out great for my character last stream, so this might be a very quick session here. I apologize for the technical issues we had earlier. When I went live, you can see my little snapshot, or my snipping tool of my upload speeds, and they were not good. In fact, they were trash, so sorry about that. Tell you what, the whole gang's here, so I'm gonna get my giant head out of the way. But before I go any further, you might notice that above my head, there's this giant blue donation bar and progress tracker, this little thing called Extra Life. For those of you who don't know, Extra Life is this absolutely free 24-hour charity gaming marathon. You play games and it helps heal kids. Let me slap some headphones on, and I'll say hello to my friends who are waiting patiently in the chat, and then we'll get right into the gameplay.
Ooh, monk. Oh, hey, Sean.
Hello, friends.
What timing?
Oh, geez, hold on. I need to change my settings. Hold on. Where's audio?
What is going on with your stream?
Voice and video. Headphones. Mic check.
Hello?
Oh, geez, hold on.
You're dead. You can't talk.
He's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Okay, I can hear you guys
he's
now.
Like,
Hi.
Like Obi-Wan, like the blue ghost in the background.
I'm a hologram. Bear Girls Jr.'s here. What's up, Lone Wolf? Welcome to the stream, friendo. Well,
Yeah.
might be a quick session this time.
Did you have any inspiration last time or since then?
I had some thoughts, but you know, my hands are a little tied considering I'm dead.
But you're like a force ghost now, right? So we just agreed upon.
I don't know if that's how it works. Algin,
We hear,
happy
like, just
Friday
echoes of your
Eve.
voice.
Thank you so much for that sub. Let me give you a little bit of love here. How are you? I mean, I could Patrick Swayze move things with my mind. Who knows?
How
Bro,
did you
Pilot,
die because
what's
of that
up, dude?
saving throw thing?
How are you?
It was,
So, Tiamat used a legendary ability
Ah.
and spoke to me, and because I failed, it was going to be devastating, and because I was under 20 health, it was an instant
Oh,
kill, no
shoot.
death saves.
So if you had like full health, it wouldn't.
Pro
have killed
Pilot,
you
how
then.
are you, dude? I probably been pretty messed up, or
Right.
even like distracted or scared, but yeah,
if-
being under 20 health, I didn't
so
stand a chance.
Divine Word.
Doing okay?
If
I'm
you
doing okay,
were
Jen. We just got
above
back from the
30
beach.
or below 30, you would have been blinded, deafened, and stunned for 1 hour. If you were
Oh,
below
man.
40, you would have been deafened and blinded for 10 minutes, and then
Pilot, let
under
me give you a
50,
wave here,
deafened
friend.
for 1 minute, and that's why
I'm still dropping
Garhana's
frames like crazy.
draconic spirit didn't die from the
Pro
Divine
Pilot,
Word, but,
dude, thank you so much for that sub.
Dragonel and Morthos
Let me
did.
give you some love here too, man.
So what if we build a time machine and we
Oh
go
my gosh, what's
back
happening? Now you're
get
gifting subs?
the masks in the past?
Pro Pilot.
You do that.
And then we bring them all together.
This is starting to sound more and more like the actual plot of the Avengers.
What is up with
That's
your
a good
potato
question,
stream
Pilot.
here?
That's a very good question. Let me give
He's on
you.
beach internet, aren't you?
I think.
No, I'm home now. For whatever reason, I like dial-up speeds. I just reset my router, and it's better now, but not really.
So you need two providers at home now. You need Spectrum and whatever Breezeline, I guess it is. Breezeline's trash, man.
I mean,
I have heard nothing but bad things about
Once
them.
this scene in Foundry's loaded, it should be fine because I do know that this scene is like what you said it was like a gig or something of data that you have to download.
Boom.
But
Propellet, thank you. There is your shout out
How
too,
much
buddy.
is this tab taking up?
Why?
Hey,
Did I spell
Veladar,
shout out wrong?
these last damages that you, I
Shout
think,
out.
did, those were to me, right? Like the 14 on the.
yeah,
Is it because I used
I
the,
I think I was
the
I was
ad?
the last person that got attacked.
yeah.
Cool, my shout outs aren't working. Great.
Yeah, because you're on top of Tiamat's head.
Yeah, because I forgot I have to do a concentration or a Constitution saving throw. So for 42, I think it'd be 21.
Things are going great here, guys. Things are going great. But Pilot, I would love to go flying,
'Cause I'm
man.
hasted right now.
New hair, who
About
dis? What's
that.
up, Scouter? How are you, friendo? My hair is growing out, man.
You're not looking
Growing
so
out.
good either.
No,
I'm feeling great.
but I need to do.
Welcome to the
'cause
stream,
I
though,
need
Scouter.
to maintain my haste.
Yeah, flower's a little
So
hurt.
should I do my concentration on that 42?
Sure.
Because I think that's what it was.
Let me move my webcam.
Yeah, because then the last
Away
thing was
from-
when they death worded me.
Here we go.
So save.
We can see the dice rolls here now. I'm not in the way.
I am going to grab a beverage and then I'll be ready.
No, that's not gonna help. So I don't think I'm.
No breeze
I'm
line.
definitely
My
not
parents were out 2 weeks with
hasted
no help.
anymore.
They're so new and like, I don't know. I feel like having just
I don't
established
have
infrastructure
advantage or
helps
anything
in the
on
internet
save
game.
throws.
Yeah, Lone Wolf. So right now I'm broadcasting at
so many
3,000
different
frames per or kilobits per second, and then
Or
it drops like
feats or
1,000,
Features.
and then it goes back to 2, and it goes back to 3. I'm dropping frames. I don't mean to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the. Maybe is it my bot? My bot was here earlier ago. Here, let's try time. My bot just left the building. Everything's turning out Millhouse so far.
So, how
I'm
injured
back.
does Tiamat look?
That's a good question. We don't exactly have a good indication. I didn't get
If
to
we
throw a single
Kind of
hit.
Relative.
How much of a
Since-
donation to
'Cause
cut
we
it?
were not supposed to.
Well,
kill
I'm gonna shave my
Since
head
I-
once we hit 12 grand.
So,
Scouter.
so you guys
And
did weaken her.
We're sitting pretty at four grand right now, so
right from the
we
get.
got a ways to go. And I still have to grow it to the length where I
can.
can donate it. So there's that.
Um,
Oh, you think
So
nice? Thank
she
you. I don't
is-
mind it right now.
Each
Hurt.
one of us has done some pretty good damage, right?
I don't think I laid a single hit on Tiamat,
You just got in position and then she hit you.
and then she
Whack.
just one hit
Because
KO'd
I
me.
remember you went over there. You're like, "Don't let me die, guys,"
oh,
Yep,
yeah.
verbatim.
So
and we didn't even have a chance to go or do anything. It was like her turn next.
Nope.
you know how your like health bars are color coded? Hers is orange.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Orange is a good color, better than green.
Yes, that is an indication.
So if
So Lone
it
Wolf,
goes
right
back,
now
it
my
is-
frames dropped
I
to
did say
0
I'm back.
kilobytes per
Jesus
second,
Christ.
and then it
My health
just
bar
launched
is
up to
bright
5,000,
blood
6,000.
Red.
I'm doing literally nothing, and it's just whatever it wants, man.
Door right here. Like, is there out of the temple over here?
That's where you guys walked in at. Yep.
I, s-
Or
I
the
say we
archway to
like
the north.
fall back. That's what I'm gonna yell. Fall back.
To where?
There's the door over there.
Where
I have a
Where we
the
came in.
temple is.
Because
plan.
I
but
need to
I don't
heal
see the
myself.
door. Oh.
It's to the north
Oh,
because
I
I need
see.
to go. I need to like get the hell out of here right now and go heal
So
myself.
my character's dead, by the way,
Yeah,
you
but,
guys.
I mean, if
I-
we stop
so this is
fighting,
me.
isn't Tiamat just going to come through?
Well, there's a whole battle going on outside. There's like
Oh,
dragons.
does,
Help!
does Tiamat need or care about the battle?
I mean,
S-
maybe.
So, okay.
Is he a
Well,
monster or a
whose
beast?
turn is it, anyways?
It's my turn.
What's
Oh,
that?
okay.
Is he a monster or a beast?
He is a
Because
fiend.
I have a way to escape.
He's a fiend.
You wish I had
Yeah.
you had
I
8
have a
grand?
way to get down there.
Yeah,
Not even a
Scouter, I
dragon?
wish I had
I just need to fall
extra
back
8
to
grand
heal.
laying around too.
Technically a god.
I wouldn't worry
but
about it too
on her
much, buddy,
character sheet
'cause
it says fiend.
I still got a long way to go before I could
How am I supposed to
donate
do
my hair.
that?
I got a long way to go.
Hold on, this tab's being weird. I need to refresh it. Oh God. Tiamat, be with me while this refreshes.
Lord, give me strength.
But I have a plan. If I can talk, I have a plan. But you guys have to trust me.
I mean, your plan saved our butts with a green
Well, this
dragon.
isn't necessarily going to save our butts. But I need you guys to buy me.
I'm not in a position to argue.
Yeah, I know you're not. We need to buy time. Like 1 round's worth of time. Do you guys think you can not
I have
die
no
for
clue
1
what's
round?
going on, but I'm down.
There you
Uh,
go.
Well, pilot, I'll give you a little bit
I'll
of a
get attacked on.
synopsis.
You can see, I
One,
don't know if you can see
my
health, but
broadcast is
it's very
absolutely
bad.
all
I'm
over
at
the place in terms
85%
of my
loaded
frame
right
rate,
now, so no.
and that has literally nothing
I'm
to do
at,
with me.
Like
My internet
2%.
was being stupid. I reset it and it was fine. I went live and it's being stupid
He's
again.
talking about this.
So that's
scene mode.
happening. 2, we're playing Dungeons and
I'm at
Dragons.
85% loaded.
I don't think
Oh.
I'll.
It's
I
just,
don't think
you know,
I'll
it's a
add so
turn-based
much
game. We
of
each get
special
a
effects
character.
next time.
You roll dice to see
I mean,
whether
I'm-
what you're trying to
I'm
do
afraid
succeeds
to
or
delete
fails.
anything right now.
This is
In case
my
I break
character,
it.
and he died on the last session, literally a week ago. And this big thing is called Tiamat.
Don't worry,
It
my
is
12
like
cores are somehow
the
struggling to load this.
Thanos
So.
level threat of Dungeons and Dragons. We have been playing for 47 sessions, and it has all been culminating to the resurrection
ammo?
of this creature,
Dragon?
Tiamat.
Do you think it's
and
possible
literally-
this is timed out?
It climbed out of this
I'll
portal
refresh a
and
couple
just one-shot
times
me.
To get it.
All right, I'm gonna track him.
Veldar just used his phantom points to make me deal with it, so...
I'm
Right.
going out that door. I'm gonna go heal outside. Or I can always fly back up to the roof.
Thank you for those phantom points, Veldar.
Oh, we made it.
Alt
96%
Gen says,
this
I'm
time.
good. I gotta do
How
mine
high is
still,
the
I'm
roof
just
above this platform.
playing hot now.
The
What do you
temple's
mean,
roof?
Alt
Yeah.
Gen? What do you mean?
So probably you're talking that platform on the very top is 100 feet up, and
I
then
gotta do
probably
mine.
another 50
Do your-
feet
do your
above
what?
That.
Do your what?
So-
Okay. So it's like all enclosed.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I shared a picture of
I'm
that.
scared.
Do you guys need that again?
I remember. Yeah, I'll take a look.
Lone Wolf just used his phantom points to make me donate
Nice
$1
exchange
extra.
failed.
That's exactly what I'm
Try
gonna do here.
Did Morthos accept
Maybe open up a new
Bahamut
tab.
into his heart?
Bahamut has helped us
Oh,
out
there we
in quite
go.
the occasion.
Let's
Get in.
place. There's windows, kind of. Kind of.
Because you
Okay,
swore
so my
earlier
first
today,
question-
that's fair, Lone Wolf, that's fair. Mind
Here's how
blown,
much you're gonna say.
pilot.
Is
Oops.
does it appear that Tiamat
Well, Lone Wolf, thank you
is
so
like
much for
still
those
coming
phantom
out
points,
of the portal,
buddy.
or is she just kind of staying where she's at?
He's still coming out of the portal. Like,
At a slow
Like-
rate, or
I would.
And there's
she's
the
fully
notification.
out at this point.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But she's just like on the edge of it.
I was just gonna say our frames are stable.
kinda
I spoke too
drag her
soon.
back in.
Like she hasn't. Like if she.
Oh,
wanted
in
to
reference to
leave
the hair,
portal
I
area, she
understand,
could.
Jen.
so if we're not here
Honestly,
to,
it is hot
entertain her,
outside,
it's
and donating your hair
there's a
would
chance
cool
she'll
you
just
down. It's
leave
like
the
natural
castle
air
and go do her
conditioner.
thing then. So I'm saying this to the group.
Your hair was super long last time I
like
saw you
it.
too.
I'm pretty injured, so I have to fall back. If I'm to continue to fight.
Okay. So if we have Drax go outside and heal, and then can he recruit? Maybe he can recruit our NPC friends
I'll be like, we need help.
to tell them the battle is nearly lost. We need everyone here.
Yeah, let's go find out. Maybe I can find Iskander.
Light the beacons is what I'm thinking now. And then
Calling for
Maybe I
aid.
can find a level 15 cleric that has like a diamond on them or whatever.
and then 1 second.
Go heal Morthos. I wonder if Drax even knows you're dead, because I was like on the top and I just jumped onto her head, so I probably didn't even know you're dead.
I mean, Tiamat's quite large, so if, like, she blocked everyone's line of sight... No, I lied. No, Veldar described you see the life leave Morthos' body, so I think you guys know.
I think when you died, I was like up on the platform, like restrained. I was
Then
like,
you'd have a bird's eye view of the whole thing.
because I was like restrained up there. That's why.
Oh, that's right, you were restrained.
Because I don't even think I could see anything. I just came flying off it when I jumped on Tiamat.
Christian, I just sent you a message. Are you okay with that?
You need to
who-
think
give
outside the
Drax
box though,
that?
right now.
Yeah, as he would give that to one of the NPCs he's speaking with outside.
My frames
Because
already
I'm gonna
dropped to
fly right
0
by-
for a second.
That's fine.
Because I have a way to get away from her. Basically, I'm gonna Misty step onto Dragonel and fly the hell out of here.
Dragonel's dead right now.
Oh, I'm gonna have to cast.
Oh,
I'm
man,
gonna
that's
have to
right.
cast it again. So I'm gonna like stick him 30 feet away
All right, so
Is that what you're doing on your turn?
on my turn. On my turn.
so
I'm asking Poto.
all right, it is my
Yeah.
turn.
Okay.
It's Potos, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so I'm gonna so Drax, you're gonna leave to heal, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I need
And
to
you're
fall
going to-
back.
And you're gonna go out there and tell the soldiers to spread the word to come and fight at this.
rally at the temple. That's what I'm gonna say. The great battle is almost lost.
All right.
Yes.
So then I'm gonna hand you.
Oh wait, I
my-
have thaumaturgy.
I'm going to
so
throw
I'm going
you-
to be screaming it to the.
Okay.
It's gonna be in a booming voice. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
That's right. I'm gonna throw you my sword, my long sword, and say to give this to one of the NPCs to deliver to the giant piloting the castle. He'll know what to do.
Oh, no.
To the giant piloting the castle. Okay.
What was his
so-
name again?
I remember we like saluted him when we went through the door that one time. What was his name? He had a very difficult name.
Yeah, and if we mispronounced it, it could have been
So
fatal.
Journal Man. What was his name?
It
So
was a
can
very
you do a performance
History?
or acrobatics check to throw the sword? And you can do it with advantage.
Mama Knight, hello! Gonna lurk while I play Gartic Phone. Do your thing,
20,
Mama.
alright.
Thank you for tuning
Just
in.
lob that sword and it just lands hilt first into Drax's hand.
even though I'm like on the verge of death. Ugh.
Okay, so I'm
So
assuming that
I would
that
have to
takes one of my
check the
actions.
last
So I
book's
need to
notes to
like
find
roll
one
all the way to.
what that
So I.
giant's name was.
Oh, sorry. The giant. Oh yeah. What the hell? Did you write it down? That was a long time. That was like my
I
second or
cannot
third
hear them in
session.
the Discord.
It was the Cloud Palace, wasn't it? Wasn't that the name of it?
Skyreach Castle and
Skyreach
the
Castle,
Cloud
wasn't it?
Giant's name was
I pop in
Blagathicus.
when you least expect it.
yeah,
Perfect,
that was
Mom Knight.
hard, yeah.
Perfect.
Blagathicus.
So-
Blagathicus, yes.
And so I remember we told him to like land to like kind of out.
Mm, he'll know what to do with the sword, so just make sure the NPCs take it to him. And then rally the troops. And then, okay, so that's one of my actions.
And then you guys need to like hide or something.
Well, we also need to survive long enough to...
I know, because that's gonna
You to
take
get
like
back.
that's gonna take a few rounds.
How many turns is Drax going to take to do that, I guess?
Well, because that's what I was about to say. We need to look where we landed the castle.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Wasn't that where I'm flying to?
You don't have to fly there unless you can get there faster than the NPCs.
Oh, you're
can
saying-
get there.
Because I'm gonna be on a.
I think you should rally the troops, let them all know, and then come back in. Don't just run away.
So the
Well, I
plan
have
is to hide right now?
And I have to heal. Well, just stay alive. Whatever you got to do.
So maybe you can turn into something super evasive if you have aura
We
spell
can
or
always.
something.
We can always let Tiamat come outside the temple. We don't,
Don't
have to.
want to do that with this plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we want Tiamat to be right where they are.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and
If
use
you're
my second
relying on a
action to-
saving throw, it's a very risky gamble. I'll just say because she's good at everything.
Mm.
I mean, not that I know, but she seems to be good at everything.
I'm going
I
to
have
do.
I have not looked up Tiamat for the record.
a longbow
Miss.
attack.
That's a miss.
Oh wait, do I still have the D4?
No, because I tried to. Well, because I got injured
That's
and
right.
I couldn't
Good
concentrate.
freaking job. You
But I
scum.
I casted haste on myself, but then lost it immediately.
All right. Well, I have nothing left, but for my bonus action, I will cast Vanish.
Nice.
I can probably cast haste on myself one more time. That's probably what I'm going to have to do in order to get all these actions done.
It's Drax's turn now.
Okay.
All right, so let's start
Drax is
by
right here.
getting Draxinel back in action. Because we need you, boy. So let's see. Find Steed. So he's going to be 30 feet away from me, like down, like towards the door, like 30 feet
Okay.
away. And then I'm going to Misty Step onto him as my bonus action.
So,
Fancy.
does Misty Step allow
Yeah.
for attacks
Oh,
of
no.
opportunity?
Oh, no.
Oh
That's why
no.
I'm
Oh,
asking.
no, it doesn't. No.
What?
It doesn't. It's just like I'm teleporting away. Like I'm not like disengaging or whatever.
Like it dropped us. It dropped our voice on here, and then
Did Christian hear our request too?
No, I did not hear what you guys wanted to do.
Okay, well I summoned Drax 30 feet away and then 30 feet down, like towards the ground, and then I Misty stepped onto him, and so that wouldn't incur opportunity strikes.
Broadcasting at
And then I
0
want
kilobytes per second right now.
Drax to dash
Back up
out
to
of
4,000,
the door with
down to
me on his
3,000.
back.
2,000.
So 120 feet
3,000.
for Draxinel
1,000.
Okay.
to go out the
3,000.
door. And then do I see like a battle raging on it, or I forgot where the castle was parked. So do I see the castle? I think it was
Oh.
parked like in an opening. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, as you walk outside, you can see in the sky metallic and chromatic dragons battling each other and all the forces that you guys have gathered engaging in battle. And then a short distance away, Skyreach Castle is parked in the caldera, not too far away.
And do I know Iskander was attacking with the wizards? Do I know where is Iskander involved in this?
It wasn't specified.
Okay, because I need to know. So I guess because I would need to find somebody to like bring the message to the castle. Do I see
You-
the castle?
Yeah, you can see this castle in the distance. I said it's not that far away.
Oh, it's not. Well, I could easily fly there then, probably,
Yeah, so
because I need to
Um,
do a couple actions anyways to
when
like heal
you're
myself.
when your turn comes back around,
Yeah.
you'll be at the castle if you
Okay.
dash there.
Yeah, 120 feet. And I'm
Run.
It's
flying.
been a fat
Run with
minute.
those little
What
stubby
is up,
dragon legs.
Braden 162? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
Well, Jacksonelle's hauling butt. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Let me give you a wave here.
Okay. Skip Mortha. Sorry, Morthos, you're dead.
Don't apologize.
Arahana's turn.
Really good turn there.
So since they're doing something,
Stay alive.
Love and Glasses, thank you. It was a
More
Phantom Point
stone,
Redemption called Deal
Yeah.
With It.
Stone
see if I can
and
pull it up
Dragon
here.
Bone.
so can
So
I?
right here, someone used the
turn
Deal With It.
invisible. Oh, T-Mac.
Can I drag Flower with me if I hold her tail and do this? We both meld into stone.
It is like this guy.
Oh,
I
you like
can't
it
do
would
it.
act
Oh,
as
so
if
you're
you
a
guys
4
were
minute
all
cooldown.
one thing.
Are you hiding? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. You can like merge into the pillar. Or is that a chain?
I think
Or
the
the
pillar,
floor.
Yeah, I
Or
think
the-
it's a chain, so I was going to do the floor under here.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Now, is Tiamat going to see you turn into this stone? Because
I'm underneath.
She's underneath.
Only Tiamat can see underneath this
Yeah,
pillar.
Does Tiamat have line of sight to her or no?
Tiamat's 50 feet above her on
Yeah.
a platform. She would have, or like she would have to see through the wall,
I'm gonna
basically.
say no,
Or the floor.
she's not seeing her.
Okay. So
Unless her head like peeked around, I don't know. She's gargantuan. Is that what she is?
Yep,
She's a big girl.
gargantuan.
Is that 30 feet?
She thick.
Yeah, something like.
Okay. So you're just transforming into a stone underneath the pillar.
I'm melding into stone, so you can't even.
How's
tell
your day been
me.
going? Day's been going
Okay.
good, Braden. I was at the beach
'Cause
earlier
it says
today.
that
Just got home,
it
and
melds myself and all my equipment.
my
carry
internet is absolutely
with the stone.
not loving its life. So I don't know.
Nothing
gotta
of your
kick
presence
my
remains
router and
visible or
modem in the
otherwise
butt.
detectable.
A second or third time.
Nice. Okay.
But other than that, things are good.
Is that
How
all you're
about
doing?
your day? It's almost Friday.
Yeah. Do you think Flower would be in this or no? She just.
It says just you.
Flower can probably dash outside
Like where you went?
and just hide around the corner, maybe. Because she could probably attack and then. Oh no, but don't use your action. Yeah, because you got to dash.
Yeah, she's pretty hurt, so.
How far away is the door from you? Like 50 feet?
60 feet.
Oh, so yeah, you need to
Yeah, I
dash.
could get out. Yeah. Okay.
Because you
I think
can move.
she's gonna
120.
get out just so she doesn't die.
Today's been meh for me, but yesterday it was
And I could
good
probably
since
throw
I
her a healing
got a
potion.
multiverse beta code.
Like I don't know where to put her. Around where she
Define
is.
doesn't have thumbs.
multiverse.
Just
Have
put
her,
her
have her
outside.
follow me.
She's outside.
Multiverses,
not good.
multiverses.
She can follow me. Because I can
Alright.
give her a
That's
healing
not
potion.
Nickelodeon.
What kind of rock do you look like?
Who makes
I
that?
look like
I gotta look
before.
this up.
I like melted into the stone.
If I
Multiverses,
see
multiverses.
Flower, I will send Draconic. Follow
Okay, so
me.
it's like DC. It's like
I will give you
DC and
healing
Warner Brothers
drink.
characters. Shaggy, Tom and
Okay.
Jerry,
As
Superman,
she
Batman,
sees
Bugs Bunny.
on Tiamat's turn.
Okay, multiverses.
Seeing you, Drax,
Disney.
Snell, and Flower
I
run
think
out
Warner
the
Brothers.
door.
Because Disney would be like
She's
Mickey
gonna
Mouse
cast-
and
Uh-oh.
Donald Duck.
In her hate,
all those
in
guys.
her rage, she's gonna cast Poison Breath with her green
It's a
dragon
game
head
with
in
like
that
Smash
direction.
Brothers, but Warner Bros. Characters. Okay, that
Bitch.
totally checks out. I know
we
I'd
should
heard of it.
be-
I misread
I'm
Oh,
it.
like
line of
60
sight,
feet.
though.
Looney Tunes,
Yeah, I'm like
exactly.
gone. I
Looney
should-
No,
Tunes.
you guys are outside, but this will affect
Yes.
Uh-oh.
the ranger.
Oh no.
Walker.
Oh, more
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Wait, poison?
Are you advanced or resistant?
I have both a poison resistant ring on and I have my
Ooh.
reaction.
So
Ooh.
double resistance?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
That smells like immunity to me.
You have resistance, poison, tomorrow. This the trains. Okay. And what was the other thing you've got?
Looking for
Don't worry,
dumb
Morthus. If
reaction.
we survive this, I'm bringing you to a temple.
My corpse for a
I
funeral.
know people.
Cartoon Network
high
characters
in
as
the
well
Bahamut
have
temple,
Adventure Time, and soon we're getting Rick and Morty.
high
I
level
believe that.
clerics.
Yeah. So you take a reaction.
Yeah,
as that poison spray comes down towards
Adventure
you.
Time. What else?
And
What else? What else?
you just warp through the other planes and dodge the damage.
Delicious.
Just give her a little smirk. Or maybe don't piss her off.
I think it's a light for that.
Try to look up a roster here.
I say bring Tiamat out into the battle.
Iron Giant,
Oh,
Taz,
but you have some
Velma.
other plan.
I didn't realize that
You're gonna bring the battle to Tiamat, right?
Game of
Come
Thrones
down
counts.
here. All right. I'll move her out
Steven
of the way so you can see your
Universe.
character.
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna
That's
look
awesome.
around for somebody. Because it
Yep,
could be
Steven
unreliable
Universe.
just telling somebody.
I couldn't
get
think
the
of what the
message to
characters'
the
names were. They
pilot.
got like the gems on their bodies.
Photo, it's your turn. Are you
Or
still
the-
vanished, or are you
I'm technically vanished still. Yeah, she doesn't know I'm here.
okay?
Until the end
Okay.
of
I mean,
your
she
turn or
might know.
something?
I'm vanished. I think it's just.
What does vanish say?
I have like 4 ways to hide. So, action on you. It doesn't really indicate that it goes away.
Oh,
Well,
hi.
whenever you do an action or cast a spell,
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
like if you attack or cast a spell, you would exit out of stealth.
Okay.
But you
So
could-
I don't really like being here. It seems dangerous. But
I can
I
confirm.
feel like
yeah.
if we leave this place, Tiamat's likely to just leave too. And I feel like if she's out, we have no way to stop her at all. Potentially. I mean, she's contained inside this temple right now, right?
She probably wants to kill us first.
for now.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast.
We have a lot of wizards and stuff out there,
Psh,
but yeah, I mean, keeping her inside is probably the safest
Is she on the ground or is she flying?
for the world.
She has hopped down on the ground, headed.
I'm
towards
dropping a lot of
the,
frames right now, you guys.
Door entrance,
Literally,
but it's too small for her to fit
Not
through.
not something I have any control over.
You can probably break right through it.
Okay. So I'm going to cast. Where did it
Yeah,
go?
we're sitting pretty on 0 frames right now.
Ethereal Step, which puts me out of phase with this plane.
Yeah, my CPU
I mean, if
usage
I
is
had a-
super low.
Freaking
No, wait.
diamond, I could have got Morthos up.
I'm only using like 1% of my CPU. With OBS, only 60% of my computer, 40% of
To look
my
at this.
memory, 30% of my graphics card. It's just the internet being stupid.
The only thing before I cast this,
Now I'm broadcasting at 18,000 kilobytes per second. That's an absolute ton. I've never broadcast that high.
You're
in my
talking to
entire life.
everyone, Sean. If you're just talking to your stream.
Oh, weird. I'm sorry. I wasn't holding any keys
That's
down.
okay.
Sorry. It must have been sticky.
the only thing I've never been able to figure out with Ethereal Step, and I've even looked online, I can't figure it out, is how does one leave Ethereal Step?
It doesn't say how long.
No, it doesn't provide
Is it
any
on
time
time?
at all on it.
Step through the ethereal plane. Maybe you come right back.
I mean, because the way you read it, it's like, okay, you go there, but then, and you can't get it back until you have a long rest, but then you just will yourself to come back?
You remain on the border. If you click that thing that says etherealness, there's more
Okay.
information in there.
So what it,
It is ethereal. Whatever etherealness says. Which is
Just-
what?
Just like that, I've stopped dropping frames.
When the spell ends, you immediately. It doesn't say when it ends.
it's
Again,
like, do you
I've
just
done
choose
nothing.
when it ends?
I know I had a potion of
During
gaseous
this-
form, and it was only for an hour.
For the duration or until you use your action to dismiss. Oh, 8 hours.
8
it
hours.
says.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck there for 8 hours if I do this?
Or you have to use an action to dismiss it.
It's a
You can
work
always
shift,
you can come
man.
back whenever you want. You just have to use an action.
Mm.
At least that's what I think, right? Is that what it said?
Are we agreeing on that interpretation? Or?
For the,
I don't-
until you
I don't-
use your action.
Okay,
to
I was
dismiss
I was
the
resetting
spell.
because one,
Yeah,
I
it's on the
wasn't
third
seeing
line.
anyone's webcams, And
If you
two, I
bring the
wasn't seeing
etherealness
anyone's
thing out, you'll see it.
input here in the combat. So yeah, the vanish and the
okay. So
ethereal
I
step
burn an
that they're
action
talking
to do
about,
it, and then
I
burn
wasn't
another
seeing it, so I
action
refreshed.
to.
I'm seeing it
You
now.
can't see anything more than 60 feet away. It's like
It's-
there's
but
like a
it's-
bunch of things.
Meld in the stone,
Yeah.
misty
It says
step.
spell
Okay,
ends at
these
the
things
end of
were
the current
not.
turn.
Oh, it
These
does.
things were not on the
Okay,
screen.
so I kind
last
of
time. I'm glad I
envision this works
refreshed.
like Frodo putting on the One Ring, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, Poto, I just saw
Wait,
your.
what kind of elf are you? Is this an
Pikachu.
elf thing?
The
I don't
ranger.
know. This,
It's,
Ranger.
it's the
Horizon Walk.
It's the Horizon Walker
Ah.
subquest. All right, so I guess I'll do that.
God, it's
And then,
terrifying.
See how far I can go. 35 feet, right?
Like I kind of wanted to go
great.
out just swinging on Tiamat, but I would have definitely been dead in one turn.
Not confident in my ability to get away. Okay, so that's 35 feet. And I only have my bonus action left now, right? Or no, I'm sorry. The movement was nothing. The
I'm still waiting for the
etherealness
map
was
to reload.
That was one action.
what?
I don't know if you guys heard
Or
at the beginning
ethereal
of the stream.
step would be a
This
bonus action.
Okay, so I only have the single action
this
left.
whole
then?
map is like
Yeah.
a gig
Okay, that's
in
what I thought.
size because of all like the effects the DM put on,
Well,
like the smoke and stuff.
if it goes away at the end of the turn, I guess
Let me-
I'm not
let me
going to
force it again.
dispel it. It'll just go away on its own.
Yeah.
And I am going to then
84.
drink a potion of greater healing.
Nice.
Can't get it to load.
Okay.
Drink that potion.
Stuck at
I have
84.
3 regular potions of healing.
Okay. So does that mean you're no longer?
I guess with the potion drinking bring me out? It probably would.
Yeah. Well,
So-
it says
To
if your
what?
step ends at the end of the current.
They're trying to, like,
turn,
drink
so-
potions.
It's going to
and
end no matter what.
It's when your
become
turn
unethereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
don't have to do anything.
Okay.
I'm going to run a miracle stir real quick. We'll take a break and hopefully this loads in the meantime.
But
Don't go
then
anywhere.
you
I'll
can-
be right back.
All right, so I
She
need
was
more
the flyer.
actions,
She's the one
so
that they
I
would,
will read.
get and throw into the air.
She was this cute, petite, tiny little girl with just a head full of long blonde hair.
She had just gotten weak. I said, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "You're a tumbler. You can tumble and do backflips." It progressed from that to she fainted a couple times. So I took her into the doctor the next day, and they immediately sent us to Texas Children's Hospital.
Victoria was diagnosed at the age of 11 and a half with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
First time I met Victoria, we were doing a radiothon at a radio station in Houston, Texas. She was very full of energy and was already considered a long-term survivor of leukemia.
At the end of 2.5 years, when Victoria's treatment was over, they performed another spinal tap and a bone marrow test. She relapsed again. During this time, Victoria contracted a fungal infection, which is from a very low immune system.
I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, "I'd really just like to get out of this hospital and go see Christmas lights. Christmas lights are something my family and I go see together all the time, and I can't even leave to go see Christmas lights." And after about 10 minutes, we rolled back upstairs to her room, and we had our picture made in front of a little Christmas tree. And I said goodbye. In that picture is one of my most prized possessions because it was taken just moments before I saw my friend for the last time.
Victoria passed away on January 21st, 2008, after a 4-year battle with leukemia, failed bone marrow transplants, and fungal infections.
Sitting at her funeral, I made up my mind that I needed to be doing this not just a couple days a year with a radiothon, that I needed to be doing this with my life.
Doc wanted to do something special in memory of Victoria.
It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so Extra Life was born. 1,200 gamers showed up on October 15th in 2008. Each and every year afterwards, it continued to grow. Gamers responded by being able to game for their local hospitals. Gamers aren't that pale kid in mom and dad's basement. They're mom and dads, they're aunts and uncles.
A young child to an older adult, anyone could be involved in Extra Life.
The funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital. It might buy an isolette for a baby that is born the size of a cell phone and has to fight for its life.
I can guarantee you that that money goes directly back to these children to keep this from happening again to someone else's child.
Getting involved with Extra Life is really simple. You just have to go to the website at extra-life.org, put in a few details in there, join a team if you'd like to, or create one. After that, it's as simple as fundraising with your friends and family. Let them know why you are doing this. They should know that the money you raise is going to stay local in your community.
Any
All right, guys, we're
wisdom
back.
perception
What you
checks?
just
I
saw
need
was
to
a
hear
miracle
sounds
story, or
outside
just a
of
really good
me.
example of how the funds raised here playing games with
Tyranny
Extra Life
will
make a
cast
world
a
of difference for
time.
kids in need.
Cast spells on
In the
myself.
Children's Miracle Network cast spells. Holy
So you could
smokes!
cast something on
3
yourself.
billion
Yeah,
zombies
I
are on their
can't
way. It's a
do
raid from Argos 101 Media. They're coming from all directions.
Maybe
My
bring that spirit
God,
out.
there are billions! Argos
Yeah.
Media and friends,
We
thank you
need
so much
distractions.
for that raid.
Yeah,
Welcome,
if you
welcome,
could do,
welcome.
like, illusions
How
or- I
did
know,
your
but
stream go?
TMI is, like,
What were you playing? Tell me all
TMI is
about
not
it.
gonna fall for
Thank you.
I don't know.
parlor
It
tricks.
says like if I do any spells, 'cause it says I can't see outside. so
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to
So
look at photos.
while we were away,
Yeah, just be
let
on
me give
yourself.
you. So
It'd
I'll give you just a
be
quick
like
recap. I'll get my
random.
giant face out of the way too. And Argos,
So
I'll
I
give
have
you a shout out here
thaumaturgy.
just
I
a
can
second.
speak to everybody in the chat once I'm flying back.
Okay, so
So you can't summon a creature that'll, or you 'cause
Podo.
can't you summon?
I have Draxonel.
No,
I mean,
I'm
I
talking.
Podo.
I could.
yeah,
as long as it
Podo.
wouldn't
I
take
mean,
you.
it would just
through
be
the sword
random
that
where it
controls a
goes
castle in the
because
sky. I know it sounds
I
crazy,
can't
but it controls a
see
castle
anything,
sky.
right?
Two
Like your
Drax.
best guess.
Drax
I mean,
took
it doesn't
it,
say anything about
to
not
that
casting
castle.
anything. It's just I can't see.
and they're gonna.
I would say you can just cast stuff
We
on
don't know the
yourself,
plan.
'cause it says
Podo
you
didn't
while
tell
you're
us the
within
plan. He
the
just
stone.
told him when he gives it
So
to the
summoning
giant who
something would
controls
be
the castle.
spell
He
on
said,
yourself.
"Hey, tell him he knows what
Unless
to
you do it.
Well, the summoning thing would lose.
I
my-
think we're gonna
I-
try doing a
This isn't concentrate. What's R?
kind of thing to
Oh, I
try to
wrote
take
really
that Tiamat. But hey,
No, what's
that's just me.
What's R stand for? Like C is concentration.
Dungeons and Dragons. I had a feeling as
Oh, for
much
yourself?
Argos.
Yeah,
How did
that's
it go,
the
friend?
R.
I think I saw
means
that
it
you might have
takes
gotten an
time.
extra life donation.
Or no,
Maybe,
Is it you have
maybe.
the option?
Yep.
Cast
Yes, you
this
did.
ritual?
Yes, you did. Right around
What
8
is
o'clock.
the duration
Let me
says
give
for
you a
casting
shout out,
time?
friendo. My bot
I
hasn't been
mean,
working
it
today, so let's see if it
doesn't
works.
Say.
Shout
say
It
out
says one action,
to
self,
Argos.
Yeah, action.
touch, and then it says 8 hours.
It worked.
For duration.
Thank you so
I think
much for that
R
raid,
means, like, if she
Argos.
wanted
Let me
to,
give
she
you a
could
wave.
cast it as a
You guys,
ritual,
not only
and
does
it has
Argos
10
More than
minutes.
one
play
people.
Dungeons and
Gotcha.
Dragons, But
I think
they got
that's
a
what
brand
the
new
R is.
shiny UI and all
So
kinds of fun
technically
stuff
it's
for their
not a
stream,
concentration
which
spell, so I
I
could.
think you would
Yeah,
love because it's
components are.
quite
I'll look
nice,
it up.
high quality
Just make sure.
stuff there.
It doesn't say
But
anyone
Argos
else
is also a
on
fellow
anything.
Extra Life broadcaster playing games, healing kids
I don't know.
for
names.
the kiddos. So definitely check them out.
Sure, if you want to summon something.
Emotional
but-
damage, that's how it went. I get it. Well, my character's dead. And not just a little dead, really dead. So, Tiamat, the literal Thanos level threat, is
Oh,
here.
it transforms me. I don't want to do that.
We've lost a
Like,
party
charge
member,
an
me.
elemental.
We are potentially doing
That
something
could
pretty
work.
drastic.
Could be dangerous because he could
So-
get turned.
Yeah,
on us.
Some of us have
If you can add more things for
Misty
Tiamat
stepped
to deal
into
with, the better. I think.
other
Yeah, we
Any-
just need
planes of
anything you could
existence
summon,
in
the
an attempt to
better.
get away from him.
All right, if the-
Some have merged
if
into
the DM says
stone
okay, then
in an attempt to get away from him.
I can
So
do it.
yeah, things are
But it's gonna be random or he
things are
goes,
dire
right?
now, to say the
Random is
least.
better than
Argos.
nothing.
It's gonna
We are
go
facing a war in heaven.
How do we want to determine
somewhere to
random?
my
This
left, I
checks
guess.
out from what I
How about
understand.
this?
By the way,
There's
welcome
5
Fractal
quadrants of
Entropy.
this room, right?
Welcome to the stream,
So
friendo.
why don't we roll a five-sided die and you just go with wherever that.
Considering what I know of the
So
setup and the
one's
premise
top,
of
and
your
then
guys' campaign,
Clockwise, 2, 3, 4, 5.
this checks out.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually 6.
And yes,
going from the
Argos, I
center.
did die.
Okay, yeah, D6. and 6 will be the middle.
There's a little skull here
Four.
on my
Yeah.
face,
So,
Where's we're at?
bottom
and
left.
I am not
Down here.
in the combat
Yeah,
tracker
yeah.
anymore.
Up in the
I
middle, I
am.
guess.
I lied.
Suppose
I
I
still
gotta
am, but
pick
I'm DED dead.
It says 5 or
Um,
less, so let's go for 5.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna tell.
Yep,
the
that happened
dragons.
last stream.
I'm gonna yell at the dragons in Draconic. If
48,
you have your reaction
49, 50.
has
One
it
more
been
for the
any
kids.
round or whatever?
No, I think it's
It's
I'm
once
going to gladly
per
mark this as
round.
complete.
yeah. So I have it again now.
40 bicep curls. Got
Yeah,
it.
so you could.
I could do these with my
so
headphones
half
on.
of that.
Okay, so what was the damage number? I'm
It
sorry.
was 22, so 11.
So now you're in the ethereal plane. Back to the ethereal plane. See?
All right. Second attack is 22 to hit.
I don't think any of us have AC that high.
Hmm.
25 slashing damage.
Still
Stay
good.
alive.
Still good. Half. No, only one reaction. Damn it, I want
All right.
multiple reactions.
Just one reaction.
Well, the
Just
giant,
reacting. I'm just like a Karen over here flipping out.
their
Uh,
plan is in motion, Poto.
Good. The Earth Elemental will be right back.
The castle is
All
flying.
right, 40 bicep curls. Here we come.
The elemental left
One.
us.
2,
And
3,
the last attack with the tail.
4,
Thir-
5, 6,
37 to hit.
7, 8,
Jesus
9.
Christ.
10, 11,
As you
12,
take 33
13.
piercing damage.
14,
Okay,
15.
still in this fight, guys.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
How many actions
23.
does Tiamat get?
24,
That's her multi
25,
attack, which is
26,
Frightful Presence, and you guys have all
27,
gotten out of Frightful Presence, so that
28,
doesn't take effect anymore.
29.
And then 3 attacks: 2
30.
with the claws,
I
1
got
with
10
the
more
tail.
to do, but I'm turning this down. My
And
headset
then,
got really loud all of a sudden.
Yeah. See.
Okay, 10 more to do.
That's the end of her turn.
41,
Hmm.
42, 33, 34,
Well, wait.
35, 36,
1 second.
37, 38, 39, 40. One more for the kids.
Okay.
Wow.
It's not looking so good, guys.
Old Reliable, yes. I love this song.
What's playing?
Okay. The dun 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 dun.
Where is
Old Reliable.
Rax at this point?
Okay.
Drax
30
is
squats.
technically
30
still
squats.
on Skyreach Castle. He's not left yet because he just
1,
got there at the end of his
2,
last turn.
3,
Yeah,
4,
yeah, I'm leaving Skyreach
5,
Castle, so
6,
it's gonna be one
7,
this next
8,
second round
9,
or something.
10, 11.
So
I'm
I'll
doing-
still have to.
I'm weighing some decisions back and forth. I have to do a risk assessment here. It's not looking so great.
Yeah, you might have to go. You might have to leave the temple.
12, 13,
How?
14,
I can
15,
don't
Misty
know.
step out.
16, 17, 18, 19,
Or get
20,
up onto the platforms. above
21,
you. 'Cause if
22,
I wasn't going to leave the
23,
temple. I was going to probably go up to the
24,
top.
25, 26, 27,
Or
28,
I can't restrain
29,
Tiamat.
30.
I really
One
want
more
to
for the
try it, but
kids.
I know it wouldn't work. Because I would love
31.
to try to banish Tiamat, but I'm pretty sure Tiamat would not have that work.
She has
Just gladly
crazy
mark those
saving
as
throws.
complete.
Could always try.
25
no, if I had
push-ups.
more health, I
Okay.
would just for the
She's
hell of it.
strong, isn't she?
What's the odds that Tiamat would survive a charisma saving throw?
I think we
Pretty-
just have to damage.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
25
That
push-ups.
would be
Here we
kind of
go.
humorous, though, if I like Nat 20 did. But
I think the only thing that the dragon's not good at is Dex.
1,
I'm
Thanks.
guessing she has
2,
the
3,
or
4.
Dex. Yeah, maybe.
5, 6,
I'm guessing she
His
has. the-
constitution is probably high.
9,
Oh yeah.
10,
okay.
She has
11,
all the
Um,
best abilities
12,
from all these different
13,
colored dragons.
14, 15, 16,
What's the
17,
Misty step
18,
distance?
19,
She's smart.
20,
She's cruel.
1,
She's
All right,
2,
so we're gonna.
3,
We need the
4, 5. One more for the kids.
our what's his name?
Wow.
Earth. What's our Earth Elemental's name gonna be? Bob or something?
Rocky.
Rocky's
That's
good.
pretty good. Yeah, Rocky. Okay, well, Rocky's gonna need to hang in there. I'm gonna try to Misty step
I'm going
out of
to
here.
Gladly mark this as complete.
Do we say
I'll try
Misty
resetting my
Step
webcam
doesn't
here.
Invoke attack of opportunity? Is that what we
What's a
decided?
teleport?
I gotta
right?
hydrate.
Yeah.
So you don't pass by
Cheers,
the enemy.
Nalthus.
I mean, it's your call. If you think it's gonna work.
We've never had to do detect an opportunity. Why would we start now?
Well, mark that's complete.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you for those phantom points there, Photo.
What?
Thank you for those
Oh.
phantom points.
Well, I don't know what it gives you. Nothing, right?
No, I got a third workout into the day.
There's more points where that came from.
There you go.
How is Catawba?
All right, Katawaba.
Good. My feet are very red.
So you're Misty stepping over there?
Yeah,
Poto,
so
once,
that'll burn that. And
once the
then,
earth elemental gets involved, it'll take some heat off you.
how much hit points does the Earth Elemental have?
A lot. Over 100.
I'm asking the druid.
Oh, I was looking at the character sheet
Oh, okay.
because it was on the spell. Or yeah, if you
Lynn!
All right, so then
Coax
I'm
says
going to,
Catawaba wrong
keep
too.
a step out the door.
We do it ironically,
We'll just say
as
that's
a joke,
outside, right?
Lynn. We do it ironically.
Okay.
Catawaba.
And that was a
That's a move.
that was a move and a bonus action, so that was me with one left. I'm gonna do another greater healing potion.
Those are unique
eat
dice.
100 good
I
berries.
mean, I want to make sure I can read them.
100 good berries.
Good berries only give me 10 hit points back,
Yeah,
and that'll be the end of my turn.
if that's a cantrip, though, I
How-
just cast it.
We were thinking about
You're
going to East
outside
Harbor Beach
The
sometime.
building? Okay.
I'm not
Like,
familiar with East
around the
Harbor
corner,
Beach.
kinda.
I mean, I would presume
do a
I
quick
could move another
search
35
here.
feet, so I'm like 30 feet outside the building.
Is there like a battle going on like outside?
Oh, it's in
Not right
Marblehead.
in by the temple, but like
Okay,
around
Nearby
the volcano. There's
Catawaba.
stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
because I'm about
Oh.
to send everyone here.
All right, Drax, it is your turn.
You're in the
All right.
castle.
It looks super
Make some
nice.
march
Yeah.
orders.
So, well,
It looks just
Draxonel
like the beach
first
at
is gonna
Catawaba.
Move the 120 feet to like.
I
get
see
back
that. There's like even
over.
like a governor's driveway or
I
a
have
roundabout.
to start healing myself,
camping.
So I'm gonna use my lay on hands.
Yeah, I'm looking at
I
photos
have
now.
30
It looks
more.
awesome. It looks awesome.
Use the rest of my heal on hands, or lay on hands. 42.
Neat, neat, neat. Never heard of that.
And then I guess for my hasty
Today I learned.
action, I'll just drink another healing potion.
Get crunk.
And then next turn, I'm gonna have to use my thaumaturgy to like yell to the battle.
Actually, that's brilliant.
So
8 hit points.
I forgot one of the abilities that Tiamat has, and it affects ethereal plane. She's got true sight for 120 feet, so
That's true.
she can see where you were. Yeah, I was
Well,
just,
Like the
I
the
forgot,
Nazgul.
but that's okay.
She was just kind
so
of
that
looking
means
around.
that if she has ethereal sight, is she from that plane too, like originally or something, or she just can see into it?
Maybe the blackhead. Yeah.
Well, I got some hit points now.
Well,
Wish I had more.
I guess the DM made the mistake. That's his fault.
Yeah.
Drax is orange. Tiamat is orange.
Consider it payment for killing more of those.
Drax is Tiamat's baby. Confirmed.
Yeah.
What?
I was like watching that cartoon of Tiamat. That's now what I'm picturing.
Level 1
The-
party. The DM's like, "There's Tiamat. What am I, a joke to you?"
Yeah. I'm the barbarian, so I just go running up to her.
All right, Drax. What else are you doing? Anything else?
So that's my action. Oh, well, how far am I like kind of, because when I dashed, well, I was 60 feet away from the entrance so I'm kind of like in that spot again, I think.
Outside the entrance. Okay.
Because I moved 60 feet away from, or actually, no, I moved 90 feet away from Tiamat and then 60 feet Because I moved actually 150 feet there.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can get back to the temple from your last turn if you dash. So
Okay, so back to the temple door.
yeah, that's as close as you can get.
Yeah, I'll stay behind. Like, can I get cover and like peek around the corner and see Tiamat, something like that?
Sure.
Because then I'll use my bonus action. Actually, no, wait. This I can only use when I'm 10 feet away. Never mind. Okay, I'm done. I'll just keep cover outside the temple.
Okay.
I
chill with
read
me.
it. Yeah. Oh
All
yeah,
right.
you're there. I'm back.
Erhana's turn.
I'm a rock.
Pretty much. I'll control the Rocky.
I'm in danger.
I know. I'm waiting for the cavalry to come in.
Well, you only got to survive one whole turn.
Oh, Veldar. I'll hop off of Draxanel, like, so I'm on foot, like, kind of nearby.
Where's
Podo.
Tiamat now? I can't really tell. Like, is she up?
Kinda
Is
like
she down?
close to center.
She's on the ground. She's on the ground.
Okay, I can't tell from this platform.
Flower and Draxanel are hanging out.
So that means that Tiamat has line of sight on the rock. Can she see through that disguise or no?
Yeah, with True Sight you can.
You can see into rock?
So True Sight, you can notice things that are magical and see into the ethereal plane.
It's pretty dope.
It lets you see things the way they actually are.
You better try to get some distance. You got a lot of health though, so you should survive the attack.
Something though. Hold it down there.
So she's kind of nearby the front door right now. She went onto the lower level.
What is the challenge rating it talks about in there?
For what? Tiamat?
No. For Lynn's rock. Oh wait, I'm reading the Conjure Elemental Dur. Never mind. Thought I was reading a rock
It's
spell.
CR5.
Punch him or punch her. Them.
Oh yeah, it says non-magical senses. Oh crap. I don't really know where else to go though.
Screaming homeless
What,
man,
with the
what's
elemental?
up? By the power of 1,000
I'm
suns, I will burn
really
this dragon with kosher flame.
We're just hiding right now.
Ah. What is
She's
up,
on the
screaming
ground.
homeless man?
She's on the ground. She'll see me.
Yeah, I'll
can do
need
damage
your
where I
power,
run.
homeless man,
That'd be
because
good, like, add
last
some more-
broadcast, that's my
Is there
character,
anywhere to
and
take
I'm
cover?
really
Like,
dead.
if you're gonna
So-
attack her and
I
take
had
cover
under
or something?
20
It makes
health, and they
2
used a
slam
legendary
attacks.
ability to literally just
Okay,
whisper
just
a
have your
word
elemental
to me
attack.
with the power of divine creation that created the world, and
There you go.
it instant killed me.
That
I got
hits.
no saving throws.
I saw it
and I
say
got
critical
no
before the dice even rolled.
attempts. That was amazing.
Good job,
Great time for a
Earth
20.
Elemental.
I just made dinner for a
Okay.
friend. Then we
Okay.
watched a
And then
really
you can do
bad
another slam
movie from 2017.
Got
What
another
came out in
20
2017 that
here.
was really bad?
Nope.
Give me some
Maximus.
context clues.
Okay,
2017.
and then I gotta figure
20.
something out. Huh?
20 something.
I had an
AC.
idea. I had some idea. Hey, do I want to go near the door? I can't run past Tiamat, right? Like she's taking over that whole bay.
2017.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
you
put
turn
it on.
into an animal and like a Vade or something?
I'm pretty sure she can get to anywhere in this temple.
Yeah, but how tall is this castle again?
Star Wars came out in 2017.
50.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, so she can probably fly to the
That
top
was-
in one movement.
That was
And
something.
what is her movement in one turn? Do we know? Probably enough to cross the whole place, or
She could reach the top if she wanted
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
if you're an animal and you get like damaged, does that affect your
Beyond
base
Skyline
HP,
came out in
or do you have a
2017, and it was
separate
pretty-
animal?
No, it's separate.
Pretty weak.
I mean, that's a way to give yourself more hit points.
Yeah. Let me see.
Mother came out in 2017. I know
Sure
a lot of
do.
people didn't love that one.
Something sweet.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm gonna need some
your
clues, buddy.
Elemental will be attacking her, so as long as you.
What about hidden step? It says it turns me
What does
invisible.
that do?
Or can she see
Your
that
buddy
too?
laughed his butt off
Magic.
of how bad it was.
With True Sight.
Now I'm really curious
I mean,
what
she
movie
technically
it
could see me
was.
with advantage too, right?
Yeah, I just forgot about it.
Yeah, she's a god. Or a goddess, whatever.
Dark Vision,
Just made dinner for
240
a
feet,
friend.
True Sight, 120
Then we
feet.
watched a really bad movie from 2017. Oh, it was a movie I worked on,
I
then
mean, what? I don't know. What
met
I
you
can
at a
turn
dinner
into
party
that she
after.
left.
I'm just
Oh,
saying turn into something
I
that gives you a lot of hit
understand.
points,
I
so you can just live
understand.
longer if you get
Sorry,
attacked.
I saw the
Like
2017 bit and went off on a tangent.
Dinosaur.
You're
I'm
talking
thinking
about
asking
a movie that
Bahamut
you worked on.
for a divine intervention.
God,
right
I
now.
can't even think what the
You
title
got
of
your
it.
one nat
I
20
remember the
Bahamut. I
rap
don't know if
party.
We're gonna get another.
I know it was like a horror flick.
No. Bahamut, we need you.
Can't remember, man.
I don't hear Morthos flapping his wings.
He's just kind of,
Marthos is here.
like when that moth hits one of those zapper lights.
Ting.
I mean, could we
600,000,
push her? I wish we had,
5.5 years
giant
later,
something that
and
we
it's
could
worse than the room.
grapple her
Just
back
push her
into
with
the
the broom.
portal. Push her with
What
the
was it
broom.
called? What was it called?
Can
Don't
we
tell
summon
me.
a
Don't
giant
tell
broom?
me.
That could
What
just
was it
push her
called?
back in. Because I bet you that is one way to defeat
I can't
her. Is to get her
remember.
back in
I
there.
can't remember, man. I can't
Looking
remember.
for things that can fly, but.
I mean, can you turn it into like a bear or something? I mean, the hit points vary between all the animals, right?
Well, these
Yeah,
are all
but the hit
important
points are like
decisions.
26, so if she hits me
Oh.
once, it's like that plus mine.
It's an important decision, so just take your
Without
I
doing
think-
some weird internet movie database searching, homeless man, I'm not gonna
Maybe
guess
I can
it.
blind her
time. We're all
Whisper
gonna
it to me.
Fuck, it's hand.
with sunbeam.
Is it likely to work?
A beam of brilliant light flashes out. 5 foot wide, 60 foot long. So she gets Constitution saving. She'd probably pass that. Is there any plants in here?
No.
Doesn't look like a plant friendly place.
Oh, I can wind walk. What is this?
Pocket
Oh my
save.
god, if I do this all at a flying speed of 300 feet,
That's huge.
Yeah, you can just
Foot
fly around
castle.
like it'll just be like a little
A little gnat.
or a big gnat because she is a furball.
what the hell?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be like,
The only actions I can perform doing that is the dash.
oh, are you turning into like the gaseous form or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, you won't be able to attack. But it's good for moving if you need to escape.
I know.
Might be a good
I know, because
move.
if I stay here, I'm going to die. I can do it. I could do it on more than one person.
You can always come out of it whenever you
Me
want.
and up to 10 willing creatures. Did Poto make it out?
It's not just you, homeless man.
they have to be
My
alive?
internet has been
Yeah, I was
absolutely
gonna say, we have a
atrocious
corpse over
tonight.
here we can use.
Morthos's body just floating.
One moment I'll be
So
broadcasting
there's-
at like
dragon here.
2,000 or
Elemental will
3,000
keep
kilobytes per
Tiamat busy
second.
I mean, if
for a little
everybody
bit.
The
else is
next
outside,
minute it drops to
maybe I'll
literally
just do
0.
this.
So
I mean, I plan on coming
unstable
back
is the word I would
Yeah,
use
but
to
I'm
describe
gonna die if I stay here,
the
I
internet
think.
tonight. Is
We're outside
unstable.
the door. We're on the map right
I
now.
don't know.
The charge will happen after this round.
Flowers out here.
How many hit points again does the elemental have? I apologize, I don't remember that.
100 something.
100. He should
Flower.
survive one attack from Tiamat.
Flowers taking a short rest.
Well, maybe Flower needs to make the ultimate sacrifice and distract.
I mean, a flower is a living, moving creature.
It's true.
And look at poor Morthos.
Feel pity for me.
That was a crazy charisma save. I'm just glad I was. The only reason I passed it is because I'm a paladin. That would have
Your billowing cape
yeah, and my
makes you extra charismatic.
yeah, because that would have killed anybody that wasn't like a charisma character.
Sounds right.
So Tiamat only likes smooth talkers.
Are you still deciding?
I don't know what to do.
You're trying to just pick an animal.
Okay, so Screaming Homeless
I
Man.
mean, I don't think the animal thing's worth it because if she hits me, that's it.
I humbly
But yeah, but
disagree.
The animal will give you a chance to escape.
I have
'cause she'll be
family
clawing
in
its-
Wisconsin that have
tails
worked
striking
at
it.
Culver's, and like they
and that's
raved
all we
about
need
it.
is to buy time.
I've had Culver's
Yeah, we just need to be able to
into the
survive
Mecca,
for
the
a
holy
round
Mecca
so that we can all
of
kinda get
Wisconsin.
Back into it.
Yeah, because once we all die, then it's just going
It
to be
was
you
fine.
and her.
It's just deep fried food, greasy burgers, and then ice cream. Like you want French fries,
What? So you
Grease.
do you have any interesting
you want chicken
spells that
tenders,
could slow
fried in
Tiamat
grease.
down, or
No, 'cause
You want
they're all
cheese
like
curds, fried in
Constitution
grease,
saves, and
like-
she'll pass those.
yeah.
It's just fried food.
I feel like
Yeah, I
the
it's
would
ones
not
summon like
even
good
just use
fried food.
cantrips like Eldritch.
Like
oh wait, you
you
don't
will
have that.
eat it
What
and
is
you'd be like,
Druid?
I
This
have
sure is a
Eldritch Blast,
Butterburger.
but, like,
Oh yeah, you do have Eldritch.
you
I
would make
forgot.
it better at home. I promise you. I promise you'll make it better at home.
I thought sorcerers only had that, but yeah.
And what's funny is I was just in
I
Wisconsin
had
earlier
it,
this month.
took
I think it was
some
June.
sort of feat that gave me
for a wedding,
necromancer
And on the way
Ah,
back, we were
that's why you
passing
use it.
through Madison. No. Milwaukee. We're
Look for
passing through
something to
Milwaukee, and before we
fly.
got back on the
Like a
highway,
giant
sure enough,
canary.
my girlfriend had never
What
had
does that do?
Culver's. We stopped. We grabbed a meal, and the whole time you're just like,
Maybe
A giant canary. Be a little snack for Tiamat.
it is.
fly 60 feet.
I'm not saying you shouldn't try it.
I mean, it'd be a good
Only
distraction.
26
but-
hit points.
Can it do that like
Tell me,
flyby thing that
After you try it,
owls
that
can
you
do,
can't
where
make it better at home.
distracts
For
Tiamat
cheaper.
or something?
It's
Doesn't have
expensive, greasy fried food.
I thought there was.
But I feel the
more
same way about,
birds in this list. Oh, here's Owl.
Panera. Panera is
Or unless you get
overpriced
salmon.
hospital food. I feel the same way about
What's like the
Applebee's.
beefiest
They literally
animal you
Yeah,
just
the
microwave
owl
everything
has-
for you at
has
Applebee's.
flyby,
Like,
right?
you want
But
fresh
hit points
veggies?
one.
It comes in a pre-portioned baggie.
So
Oh, could you summon like
Microwaved.
a bear or anything like?
They do fry some
like
stuff.
little tough?
I don't
Like
think I can.
Like their
Well, that's
chicken
fine.
wings,
Even
and
one
they
hit
do
point, it'll
actually
take
cook
one
some
of-
stuff like
It's
on a
it'll
grill,
take
probably
one
like
gonna come to me.
chicken, grilled chicken and grilled steak. But
Unless
other
your
than
owl
that,
get- or
90%
owl
of their
gets in
menu
Tiamat's
to me
face.
No, I mean like
feels
I would be
microwaved,
the owl.
and it's
There's
not good.
giant owl.
Oh,
There's
you would
19
be
hit
the owl.
points. Yeah.
Oh, you're turning into this.
Maybe
I didn't
just
say I
turn into a
hated
giant
it,
owl
but
and
I'm-
fly up.
Disappointed is more like it.
Yeah, I would
That's
say
fine.
whatever
Like-
has the most hit points.
60.
You could
I mean-
cast like your primordial
other hand-
ward on you to give yourself some more resistance.
Cane's
right?
chicken. The only thing on their menu is
'Cause
fried
if
chicken.
Tiamat
I don't know
hits the
how
owl,
you
all
create a
the
business
damage
with just
that
one thing,
doesn't-
but they're doing
Yeah,
it, and
goes away.
It goes.
right?
I'm
In,
like,
it'll go
come on, how
into
good
you
can this
after
fried
it
chicken
kills
be?
the owl.
it's worth the hype.
Mhm.
So
it's just
you're
like,
cane
it's like a
sauce is
plus
great.
hit points really.
Yep,
So-
it's
I
time
do
for-
have a reaction.
because owl.
Try-
if it can get hit,
try
by
Culver's.
something-
Like if
Tell me what you
energy's
think.
coming in.
And if you haven't had canes, give them a shot
Owl
too.
could be good. Flyby.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll
what
do
you're doing?
owl.
Okay. So you're now
Good
an owl.
luck.
That's my
Good luck,
soapbox.
owl.
And then I can fly.
Or
60
I would-
feet, I think. Yeah.
I would get somewhere like on a platform so you can Eldritch Blast and then hide.
How high are
like-
these platforms up?
Guerrilla
50
warfare.
feet up,
The,
so
the
you
top,
can get on
the
top,
top
of them.
one.
Top
is
one's
a-
100. You can
you
get
could
to the
get up
top
there.
one if you dash.
Yeah, 120
The
feet.
very, very top one, the little gray one?
Yes, if you
Yeah.
dash, but that'll use your actions.
I mean,
Then
I
you'll be
don't
a-
want to call attention to myself, so yeah, I'm going to do that.
You
Even
can
the guy
Eldritch
from
Blast her
up
from
there, that was my Uber driver in Florida, didn't approve.
Man, I wish you still had some of
That's
your
funny.
fifth level spells.
Or Poto,
Yeah,
if
I-
you could have gotten up there, you would have just
I'm
been
looking at my
like this.
spell book.
Hey man,
The sniper in the
Try it.
tower.
I know, I don't.
form your own
do it.
opinion. Let me know what you
You could
think.
have
but
reincarnated more.
I was hashtag not impressed.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have
Are being
required
reincarnated?
me to go walk over to him.
I'm
Well,
about
Kind
to.
of impossible.
Is that the end of your turn? Is Flower doing anything?
Mm.
I mean,
Tiamat's
distraction
next.
is always useful. Even if she's just at the door or something.
Flower might have to die. Where did we get Flower?
It looks like a lot of
How did
We
we
found
get Flower?
Flower.
We found her in
parties working their way
one of the
up
offices
and
or something.
out towards the exit.
Like some bedroom. Where did we find her? Does anyone remember?
She was in one of the dungeons.
Oh, in a dungeon.
I think that I mean I know that
Was it when we rescued all the eggs, or we got all the eggs back from the cult when I first joined?
It was about
It
that,
was
yeah.
after that.
Oh, after that, yeah, because I thought it was like in one of the offices of like one of the wizards or something.
It was an office.
It was Resmir's office inside Skyreach Castle.
There we go.
Oh.
It's pretty close to where we found that pocket of
Yeah.
or that bag of holding
plus,
that
you know,
Arhan almost fell into.
plus if
Jeez.
like you know if
Flower,
Flower
you
dies,
We
I
forgot
the
where
DM
it
might be sitting on
stands.
the couch,
One
so-
Burger King.
Get advantage because they're flanking.
Oh boy, 2 Wendy's. Oh
Yeah, but
man,
Flower will
we're
die,
getting
too.
making a
Not
food
Tiamat.
tier list.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Brandy's
How
isn't
does that not work
great,
for her, but
man.
it works for
yes,
everything else?
Flower.
Doesn't
Yes,
matter. You
Flower.
rolled.
Burger King, way to
Good
go!
job. Arahana, you're on
Burger
fire.
King rates super highly for
think
me
that's your
because
second-
they have the
Yeah.
Impossible
Same
Burger,
turn.
and not
And
like just
Flower
like
has
a
flyby, so goodbye.
lame
Yes. Get her out of there.
imitation.
Just like nipping at the heels of Tiamat.
Did the
and-
elemental
Um,
go yet?
Like oh
Yes.
yeah, like oh it's
Okay.
just like a
Yeah,
veggie
that's
burger.
the
No,
I
no.
heard that first.
Yeah.
Burger King
You
has
crit with
like
that attack, yeah.
I'm
Impossible
gonna get
Foods,
Draxanel
Impossible
in a
Burger.
flank with
So
elemental.
Burger King gets a good
Alright.
vote for me.
Tiamat's can go
Wendy's
up to
is
this
fine.
wall.
Don't
so
like
that
rallies.
means your
McDonald's
Earth
fine.
Elemental gets an attack of opportunity.
Swenson's,
so
man.
1 slam attack.
Swenson's is great. People always say like Swenson's and In and Out are like neck and neck.
So
And
she's at the door
I
now.
grew up.
Shoot.
And I grew up.
That
I had a lot of
hits.
Swenson's when I was living in
Send
Akron.
Draxanel into
We
the
need to.
gates.
And so when I went to
we need
Vegas,
to,
I'm like, I
have
gotta
the
try
entire
In and
the
Out.
gates and
I'm
push
like,
it.
there's
Yeah.
no way this
I'm
burger's
gonna
gonna be as
Oh,
good as
mental hits
Swenson's.
hard.
I'm
It
gonna
was.
use
It
my
absolutely
action
was.
to get their
I don't.
attention.
Here's a million dollar questions. I
Rocky
don't
is
know
the true hero tonight.
Swenson's was better than In and Out, or if In and Out was better than
Tiamat
Swenson's.
Is
They're
going
both
to try to
darn
bust
good. They're
the
both darn good.
temple walls down.
Does
and she
Arby's even have
succeeds
burgers? No, they just have
as
like
those-
the meats.
And you can see like a big gaping hole.
Whatever that means.
As she's coming through.
Oh, great.
And Drax, she's going to attack you
I
with
guess
her
there was
claws.
nothing we could do. Because I'm screwed.
38 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
19 slashing damage.
All right, I'll do my...
And then her second claw attack, 36 to hit. 23 slashing damage. And then her tail attack. $37 to hit. And another 25 piercing damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah, she just like zeroed in on me.
Can't even see you back there.
He's a little brown guy right next to Photo.
He's
Oh, I
dead,
see
he's
now.
a dead brown
I
guy.
see him.
Oh, that's that.
So yeah, I would say that you guys are like around or next to her. Like
So she's like at the hole in
So-
the wall or whatever.
yeah.
So
And Drax
2
knows it.
of our party members, 2 of the 4 of us are down. Like, I'm dead. He's unconscious. Drax is
I never
unconscious.
had a chance to use my thaumaturgy.
Photo's character.
I need more pocket sand.
I'm gonna do this now.
More pocket sand.
As a bonus action, she's casting Divine Word on Poto. And
Oh no!
Flower, so do a Charisma saving throw. And since it's your birthday,
This
Poto,
is what
you can
killed
do it
me.
with advantage.
Thanks
Oh,
for
dude,
picking
happy
my lowest
birthday.
Stat.
What was it, charisma?
Yeah.
Flower
Yeah,
and
Charisma saving throw.
Photo.
Can
I'm
you
not
say-
gonna pass this, even with advantage.
It's like a 29 or something. Or I forgot what it was.
16.
You both fail. anyone under 20 hit points?
Nope.
Yeah, flower is.
Flower just perishes,
Goodbye, Flower.
similar to Morthos.
He was in
And
the cult.
how many hit points does Poto have?
420.
So 42.
Yeah.
Blaze
You
it.
are deaf for the next minute.
I mean, okay. I just shout a lot.
That's fine.
As you just hear like the ringing of the battle like through your ears. Just nothing. Just what is that
Kill 'em.
called? Tetanitis? All right.
Tinnitus.
Tinnitus, yeah.
Poto, your
Tetanitis.
Tetanitis is both. You're infected and deaf.
What,
Tetanus.
what is,
Listen.
is the giant flying the castle here or something? Or what's
So-
he doing?
It's my turn now, huh? So this Drax's summoned army and
This is not good.
castle is like behind us, like kind of coming I
It'll.
guess in a straight line.
It's not.
Uh,
Yeah, it's slower than Drax is. It's an entire castle.
Well, it's
I
coming.
get that. Okay, well,
So you got what? Tiamat right in front of you.
yeah, I'm not feeling like I've got a lot of options here, guys.
Take out your sword. Or dash away. Or
I got daggers.
Disengage. Either disengage or attack.
I'm thinking. Why does
So,
Misty step
Flower-
after you get bonus action? That sucks.
This dragon we've had with us for a long time is dead now. Drax is
Misty
unconscious.
step and attack.
Poto's
Just
deaf.
Past him.
That also means I
Arhana's
forgot,
chilling up here.
Drax, you're unconscious, right?
Yeah.
But you're still part of the
Yes.
divine word, so you need to do a charisma save with disadvantage.
Why did my character move?
Since he's
over?
down.
She got to target me too.
Yeah, it's everyone she can see.
Drax might be dead, you guys.
So Drax is deaf,
If he-
dying.
if he
and-
fails this save.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, that roll.
But yeah, so Drax is also not
Did I-
unconscious anymore.
Did I do good, Bahamut?
No.
Oh, no.
asking- Do I see Bahamut?
Hmm?
Did I do good?
Roll a religion
Is there a
check.
light at the end of his tunnel?
Yes, let's see my religion. Bahamut. I have a
It's another party member dead, you guys. It's just Poto and Arhana now.
12.
12. You see faint glimmers of a metallic dragon, very majestic.
She's pretty injured, right? She's gonna die. Like, we have all these dragons. She's done for, right, Bahamut?
Oh my gosh.
My
I feel so bad.
my reaction wouldn't have helped me with that voice attack, would it?
It's a save, not an
Yeah.
attack.
No. Yeah. You're okay. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Damn it.
Fate has not been yet decided, is what you hear.
Bahamut, if you
Oh.
can get down there, Bahamut, go down there. I did my best. Now I'm gonna go play slots at the Silver Palace.
All right. So I don't know why my character moved to this red platform. I'm going back. All right. So I will cast Weapon Bond to summon my sword.
Hey, Bahamut might show up, you guys. So
And then
still hope.
I shout. Well, let's see, there's almost no one left alive. It's just Arhana, right?
Yeah, you and our.
Yup.
I can't hear anything, but I can shout.
Yeah.
True.
So
do,
the sword.
do your best shout.
I'm not gonna- I'm not gonna-
impression.
I'm not gonna clip the microphone for you guys. So I summon the sword and I shout to Arhana, just to stall. That's all I say is scream to stall her.
Stop.
Slow her down with anything you can. And then I'm going to, I guess, let's see here. That would be one action, summoning the weapon. Bonus action. I'm going to just try to shoot my longbow at her.
Okay.
Just making sure that's what I want to do. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Okay.
There we go.
That's a miss.
Are you kidding? What,
She has, like,
22?
really high AC.
Yeah.
But she's so thick.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And she's got thick scales.
I guess that's fair.
It's like you need to be in the 25 neighborhood.
Yeah, so the Earth Elemental matched your AC on the 25 attack.
Hmm. I have one attack left, huh?
Make it a good one.
I'm gonna just to be annoying. I'll take aim at whatever eye of Tiamat I think I can hit the best. Like has the best. I have the best
Easiest
target
target.
of all of her eyes on her heads.
No, your favorite enemy is dragons, right? So
Yeah.
the main head is the red one.
Okay. So I will take aim at a head on the red.
Not I.
An eye
head
on the
the
red.
red head. Yeah. Yeah.
We knew what you meant.
Okay. Now we'll try to shoot one last time with a knocked arrow of dragon slaying.
Like your last time in your life.
Ooh, there you go.
I take that back because that was just going to do extra damage, but probably won't be enough to down her. I'm going to shoot her in the eye with an unbreakable arrow.
Okay.
Oh, so it's going to be in
just
there.
Get stuck and piss her off. Or I'm probably going to miss, but hey, you know, it was worth it.
That's,
29.
Yes.
Nice, nice.
why not the dragon song arrow? That would have done damage, right?
Okay. Not enough to kill her.
May as well use it. You ain't gonna use it later.
I'm hoping to stagger her and make her annoyed and have to try to pull this arrow out. It does not break.
Oh.
Just roll with it. A 60-10, that would be... And she'd have to... no, because there's a constitution saving throw for the dragon arrow slaying.
Is there more damage to this or what?
That's it, dude.
Oh, okay. So your unbreakable arrow hits her in the eye and is now stuck in there, and she's like looking all over the place with that one head just
Pawing at it.
So at the end of your turn,
Can I move?
yes, you can move because you did Misty Step, right? And so,
No, I did Misty Step.
oh, you didn't. So you're still
The first, I did the bonus action was the summoning of the sword. I fired
Okay.
once and missed, fired second time and hit.
okay. Yeah, you can still move.
I guess since there's no outside, I will just move 35 feet to a side.
How far away were you?
I was only like from the door originally.
No, from Tiamat herself when she like busted through.
Let's see here. I had moved 35 feet once, and then that took me within 2 squares of the door. So I moved again
I'm
for
just saying
another 35.
before you moved.
Yeah, no, I was trying to calculate it.
Oh,
I Misty stepped to the door. That was 30 feet. Where's 35? It's 30. Okay, so then that left me 2 squares from the door, right? So that was 10 feet. That was 25 feet outside the door.
okay. So as you move away, since you were 25 feet away from her, she's going to use her reaction to hit you with her tail that has a reach of 25 feet.
Bad bastard.
It's 27 to hit,
I think it hits.
and you take 29 damage.
Woof.
Okay.
Still standing.
If you call it that.
Drax's corpse lays on the ground alongside Morthos's inside the temple.
And Flower.
Wait, Drax
And
is dead, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It is now Erhana's turn.
Stall her.
Shoot her.
She's calculating.
I can since she's a fiend, I can try to planar bind her to my service. What are the chances that she'll pass the saving throws?
Probably high.
Charisma saving throw, yeah, probably. Eesh. Yeah, she'll probably pass a strength saving throw.
We probably need to stick to things that don't require saving throws, right?
Probably.
I mean, nat 20s do happen.
What does a Fae do?
I mean, I can't cast that or the elemental goes away.
Oh, you can't. You can't. Okay, yeah.
I could just try to hit her with
You
something.
could conjure a hero's feast and enjoy one last meal.
The Last Supper.
Man, any
You
kind
need
of
a lot. You need something like crazy for that one.
If you can do damage to her, I would just keep hurting her.
A gallon of mayonnaise.
You throw mayonnaise at her. Guess we'll go for Eldritch
Eldritch Blast, yes.
Do I want 5th level? Is it worth it to do 5th level? Probably not. That's not good.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Oh.
You have to roll like a 19, basically. Don't worry, if Dragon Force 5 doesn't stop her, the armies will outside.
That's a miss.
We confirm there's no plants in here. Right?
We can't even
Right.
hit this
Devoid
dragon.
of life.
No, it just misses.
That just misses, yeah.
Okay. And then can he just Earth Glide as well? That's a feature. Kind of throw her off.
What are you doing with Earthglide? Just
Like I can burrow and then run away, and she could probably like see. Can she see me? No, it doesn't disturb material, but she can see me with her fancy sight, and I can lead her away from the door.
Could you do something creative with stone shape?
you're right next to her and attacking her, she'll get an attack of opportunity on the Earth Elemental, that's all.
Even if I Earth Glide?
Well,
I burrow.
yeah, but she can see you doing that, and you're right next to her.
Because my thought is just to try to get her away from the door, but
I mean,
Now the whole wall fell down.
we'll do it.
You're gonna do it? Alright, and then she's gonna claw at it with a attack of opportunity. 32 to hit. Earth Elemental.
Yeah.
It's gonna take 24 slashing damage.
A lot of damage.
Okay. Are you doing anything?
They're still alive,
All I
okay.
do. I tried to hit.
I meant with your character. Or you did Eldritch Blast, you're right.
Yeah, I missed.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean you're not one owl anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of stuck up here now. Is Dragonel over here?
Oh wait, actually, did you attack?
Dragonol's dead.
I think you might have, because you attacked the wall and then attacked me 3 times. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, so you had 4 attacks?
That was an ability check.
Oh.
To see if she could just run through the wall. Tiamat is going to fly up to where you're at.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait, we're going vertical.
Arhana got through the full frontal
And
force.
she's going to attack
Do a barrel roll.
Arhana with a claw.
You asked for it.
Do a barrel roll.
38 to hit. 24 slashing damage. $26 to hit for the next one. 20 slashing damage.
They all hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying it so you guys.
Yeah.
34 to hit.
Fake news, fake news.
Yeah. And roll public if you want. 29 piercing damage.
I know.
And that is the end of her turn. She does not have any more divine word.
Well, even if she wanted to use it against Poto, he couldn't hear it.
Odo, it's your turn.
Is it now?
You can see behind you that the castle is approaching and should be here by the end of your turn.
Mm. Thinking here. So if I do a dash, right, that's double my distance. That takes up both of my actions.
It takes one action.
One action,
So you'll
okay.
use your bonus.
Are you talking about your attacks?
No, I'm thinking something.
Hmm.
How far did I say I was from the door? 25? Oh, one step.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was 25. Because you hit me with the tail.
Yeah.
It was 25 in the
Yeah.
tail. Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something ridiculous here.
Big brain time.
Because this is looking bad. Might as well YOLO, right? So, if I have like a rope tied to something and I misty step, does the rope go with me and still stay tied to the thing it was tied to, or does rope like get cut? Do you know what I'm trying to describe?
Well, you teleport with everything on you.
Yeah, I get that.
Argus Media. Hello
But
again,
if I have a
friendo.
rope
Welcome
like,
back,
tied around
buddy.
a tree, for example, and I misty step while I'm holding that rope, does the rope still stay tied to the tree? Just like, because I'm only going to go 30 feet. let's say.
You're just wondering if it's gonna snap, like.
Yes.
as you
Will it break?
teleport.
Will it break the rope? Yeah.
Like a Doctor Strange portal
Well,
closing.
I'm not really sure. So let's make an Arcana check, because Misty Step's like a magical ability, right?
Sure.
So
There we
yeah,
go.
can stay tied
Alright.
to you.
All right. So I'm going to run, and while I'm running, I'm going to fashion my rope that I have left with a lasso kind of thing on one end, and then I'm going to make a lasso thing on the other end. So it's got a lasso on each end, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to run to the door. Okay, that's 35 feet. So as I pass by Drax, I throw a lasso around his ankle.
Use me as
Okay.
An anchor.
I lost my measurement. Hold
I'm pretty heavy. I
No,
was,
wait, I was off
I
by
was
5 feet.
pretty
that
heavy.
would have to be a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or athletics? Which one?
Your choice.
Which one are you proficient in?
Probably acrobatics.
Yep. You can get it.
Okay.
Get it
All
on
right.
his ankle.
Okay.
As you run by, you toss the lasso and it just slips around Drax's corpse of an ankle.
So he's
You got a new toe
okay,
tag.
So then I'm going to run
Throw me into the
35
portal.
feet here.
Okay.
It's right there, right?
Don't desecrate my body.
Drax is dragging along with me, obviously. I have, and he's roughly, because I'm splitting the rope in half, not literally, but so he's got 25 feet. I throw the other rope towards the dead body of Morthos here. Same deal.
Same
We
check.
followers of
I have to check it a
Bahamut,
second time.
specific burial.
No, because you did it with.
All right.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
'cause you
So
rolled-
they're
yeah,
both
you're good
tied,
enough.
right?
Okay.
And
so
then
both
I am,
lassos, and you're what,
all
holding the middle of the rope?
yeah, and I am
Like playing-
casting.
Playing Red Dead Redemption
Yeah,
here.
yeah, really. And I cast Misty Step to teleport directly above the portal with myself holding the rope.
And throw us in.
No, I appear above the portal with myself too.
Okay.
Okay.
So I fall into the portal, dragging these two fools with me.
Yes.
All right. So you go through the portal.
And their little ragdoll corpses come flying with me.
And we're in Tiamat land. Or
And Erhana sees you guys just disappear through a portal. And I'll get to you later
That castle
you
was
go.
doing its thing, right? So
as you go through it. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm out of stuff to do. Wait,
I mean, he's in a different
I
plane
ate
of
my
existence, I
cupcake
think.
on the way out.
One for the road. I love it.
All right. That means it is now Erhana's turn.
I turn back into an owl.
Okay.
And I fly by, and I'm gonna dive down into the portal.
Oh my gosh, this got so epic so fast.
And
That's far.
okay, so you're diving
She's, like,
straight down through the
diving
portal
straight through.
with the owl. So you see Poto dragging two corpses with him through the portal, and then you're just straight diving
I'm gonna
through.
die anyway.
This is the way to
so
go.
I figured-
All right. As you're diving down,
well,
you hear the rumble as Skyreach Castle impacts with the Temple of Tiamat and crashes in, and the temple starts crumbling
does
as
5
you're-
inch damage.
as you're diving down. As you guys jump through the portal, a few moments later, behind you, you can see Tiamat has followed you through the portal.
Oh no.
That's good. Good.
I mean, yes,
We
but
don't
no.
want her on our plane or on the good plane.
And
I know.
she looks worse for the wear as she's got hit by the debris from the falling castle as she's flying towards you guys. And this is not what I expected to happen. Hold on.
Keeping the DM on his toes.
You knew I was plotting.
I knew. Okay.
I said I was gonna jump in the portal last week.
I did
True.
write stuff for this, but it's not exactly what I intended. All right. As you're going through the portal, you're hurtled around like a swirling maelstrom, like it's like a vortex.
Excellent.
And Poto, you can see that the canister that you threw in here earlier has now split open, and 5 cupcakes
Yes.
are floating through the air. All of them different colors, one red, blue, green, the color of the chromatic dragons. And the frosting on that is being like torn away from like the top of the cupcake and mixing into the maelstrom. So the maelstrom's now multicolored, like the chromatic dragons.
Oh no.
Eat them.
Tiamat is chasing after you guys.
Give her the cupcakes.
I will say, since Erhana is the closest one.
Still technically her turn, isn't it?
Yeah, are you doing anything
Technically.
else, Erhana?
I really can't.
Eat the cupcakes.
Can I eat the cupcake as an owl?
I mean, owls
Yeah.
can eat things.
Yeah.
Do I just eat one?
There's 5 of them floating through the sky, so you can choose which one you want to eat.
Red.
Okay. As you eat the red cupcake, it doesn't taste very good, but it's very spicy, and now you have fire breath. One fire breath,
Oh my god.
like
So I
flour.
burp and like a thing of fire comes out of my mouth.
You can use 1 breath attack.
How do I even do that?
Just use the same one Flower had.
It's gonna make me recharge it first one. Oh good, okay.
And you can do a deck save.
So it's just gonna be.
Yeah.
Woof.
So she passed the save half as much, but she's resistant? Yeah, she's resistant to fire damage, so the fire hits Tiamat, but it doesn't seem to affect her as she's flying through the maelstrom with you guys.
Sweet six. I don't think anything's gonna affect her then.
Close the portal.
Why don't we close the portal though?
I don't know.
I think the castle kind of has
The
closed
button.
it.
There's a button.
Press the red button.
Are you doing anything else?
I don't think I can because I used all my movement just to get here.
Isn't your did your elemental come with us?
He'd have to climb up.
He's still out there.
Oh.
He got smashed by the castle, I'm pretty sure. Unless he could have burrowed.
So it's like the portal sealed over top by castle debris, or is the debris falling through the hole, or what's going on?
You can no longer see the entrance to the portal. The couple of rocks fell through, but it looks like that the portal has collapsed.
You know what?
As
We
you
brought
fly,
someone back.
as you fly through here, like think of Wizard of Oz, and
I was just gonna say that.
Dorothy flying through the tornado. But eventually the portal, and not the portal, the maelstrom becomes so chaotic and so violent that the 2 of you that are left alive go unconscious, and we fade to black.
Oh no.
So now that you've went through this portal, after a few moments of being unconscious, you don't know how much time has passed. You think it may be a few moments or a long time. You find yourself laying prone on some unfamiliar ground as you, Poto, and Erhana cough yourself awake. Your body aches from the battle, and the smell of soot and brimstone is strong in the air. It's very hot and uncomfortably dry, and you're already feeling parched. You find yourself standing on a high plateau, barren, desolate. In the distance, you can see rivers of lava in a hellish landscape. Screams and cries of battle and agony can be heard in the far distance, and the sky above you is tinted red, filled with rolling clouds that spark with lightning as far as the eye can see.
Great, we're in hell.
In the distance, in the sky, you can see the silhouette of a very injured Tiamat flying frantically as meteors of fire fall from the sky, seemingly chasing her away as the Queen of Dragons fades behind some mountains. So you have banished Tiamat back to Avernus, the first layer of hell. Two party members are dead, and you find yourself essentially in the first layer of hell.
Damn.
It was a worthy sacrifice. There will be tales of Dragon Force 5.
Perhaps a way exists here someday we can find to resurrect our less worthy teammates. So
I resent that.
resent or resemble?
Resent.
Resemble. So I reduced her hit points when the castle hit the temple. So every time, that was like one of the last things you could have done to injure her. So every time you weakened Tiamat, it was an extra 75 points of damage that she lost. And flying through the maelstrom, she was down to 8 hit points.
Wow.
No way.
But she YOLO'd out of here? Or yeeted
Well,
out of here, I should say? Or is she still flying around?
She looked at.
So she like flew away, or can I see? Or
do a perception check. It looks like Tiamat is no longer in her corporeal form. Is that the right word for it?
Sure, sounds good to me.
Arhana looks at Poto and goes, "Got any more cupcakes?"
What?
He's still deaf.
I make a motion. Nom nom nom.
Nom nom.
Only one cupcake a day. But I don't know how much time has passed, so I say another cupcake is here.
I also just eat cupcakes while we're in hell, right?
Are those floating cupcakes anywhere nearby?
Yeah, they fall down somewhere.
Yeah, the Infinity Stone cupcakes.
You can see that there's a blue one upside down sticking on the back of Marthos's ass.
Oh gosh.
Still good. I mean, 5 second hold.
I mean, it's off of a corpse. Is that sanitary?
So you said the Tiamat's not in her corporeal form. Is she in a form though?
It would be an aspect of Tiamat.
So it's like an energy cloud or something, or hard to
kind
describe.
of like a spectral.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, so you guys are in hell.
Mission accomplished.
Is that anyone's turn or what's going on?
That's the end.
You're in hell.
No.
You
I
just
mean-
spend-
The Dragon Force
what do you wanna-
5
I wanna
achieved
know
their
what these other
goal, but
cupcakes
at
were.
what
you
cost?
see, Poto, you're in hell. I'm at the Silver Palace.
Like Casino.
Yes.
So each of those cupcakes, if you ate one of them, would have given you the breath weapon of that chromatic dragon.
Oh,
She's
okay.
resistant to all of it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Partially.
He never tried
Yeah.
to open it. He never tried to open that container until throwing it in the maelstrom and it opened.
That's funny.
Hey, we did our job, so.
We don't have a lot of water. We have our water packs. Or
Can't Arahana summon gallons of
mayonnaise.
mead and stuff? The mayonnaise was only ever a joke, I think.
No, it's not a joke.
It actually does mayonnaise.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Oh.
can get whatever.
I thought that was only ever a joke.
Could we long rest?
Technically, yes, you could.
You're in
I don't
hell
know
now.
what that is now.
Okay, we're
Until
gonna set up. I'm gonna set up camp here. Get my tent out.
A demon might come by, so watch out.
Lay my blanket out nicely.
So, if you want, I mean, this is technically the end of Tyranny of Dragons, banishing Tiamat back to Avernus. But if you want to continue, we can level up, and I'd have to homebrew everything. I have
The escape from hell.
some stuff written, but not a lot. And then
Well, we have two
Wait.
people. Left.
I
you
gotta
have
figure out how to resurrect them.
2 people dead, or they could reroll if they wanted to pick different characters.
As far as the rest of the world is concerned, we're all dead.
This is true.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Back in the material plane,
They will sing songs of our tale,
Yeah.
our deeds.
the statue is resurrected in Waterdeep in Dragon Forces 5 honor, as no trace of your bodies have ever been found. And
Even the book that wrote our story went to hell.
It's true. Could you imagine, like, if that was left behind and they're like, you guys, there's new entries in it every
I
day.
had it in my. Oh, did we each have one, or
It was
we're-
just
One.
There was only one
Just one.
copy.
Oh, so was I? I think I was carrying it.
Yep.
Yeah,
We are the true heroes of Loudwater.
should have threw our book out.
I mean, there's a lot of things we could have done different, I suppose.
I feel this is an acceptable ending.
Yeah, I mean, we
I
we
never did use my Fey whistle.
because I think
You
even
use it now?
killing Tiamat,
No, nobody knows what it does.
killing Tiamat would have just sent her back to hell. It wouldn't have killed her, I don't think.
Yeah.
So what you guys did was the equivalent of killing her.
We saved the world, and that's all we could ask
Yeah,
for.
there you go.
Did we save it or merely delay its destruction?
And Drax wanted to die in service
Well, one of the dragon
Bahamut.
masks came in with us, right?
Oh, it's
they'll
true,
never
and so
find
did
out
the
other
crown.
dragon mask.
The crown of the Dragon Queen is down
It's
here,
all
too.
in hell. See, we did good. And Drax might become a saint one day.
Yeah, I think Tiamat might think twice about heading back to Earth.
Yeah. We did it.
Well, thank you to the DM.
Yeah,
Yes,
a
thank
lot of
you.
work.
Thank you.
That was a long trek.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
plus 1.5
mean-
years in the making.
It's only been almost 50 sessions for this campaign.
Crazy.
That's the only party I've ever actually ever stuck together.
And actually ended.
Yeah.
You
That's
made it to the end
awful,
dead. But
honestly.
Usually games online they don't or you don't
Yeah.
ever see the end.
It ends, yeah.
Oh, that's
So
sad.
for generations, folk will look to the exploits and sacrifices of the heroes for inspiration as they
Yay.
rebuild and set their sights on better days.
Aw,
It
see?
was a worthy sacrifice. So, yeah.
So, what did you guys think?
That's fine.
I dug
Yeah,
it,
it
man.
was
That's good.
Anytime like I started a stream, I would kind of try prefacing to the audience how the whole campaign was so similar to the Marvel's version of Infinity War and Endgame, and how this was a Thanos level threat, and how it was meant to be a 2-part story, and like the second half didn't get built initially. And I mean, and just like that whole story arc, there were a lot of instances where the heroes didn't make it. And technically we did make it. But, you know, there are sacrifices with that victory, so woof.
And now you guys can read the whole campaign without any spoilers and see the stuff I cut or changed if you really wanted to.
I mean, if we're at session 48 now, I don't imagine we must have missed very much.
There's a lot. There's more stuff changed than cut, and the stuff that was cut was because you guys just avoided
Went around it or something.
Yeah.
Just luck of the draw. So, was Leosin always going to have been Severin?
Technically, they're not connected at all. And
so that was your own that was your own doing to make the twist.
It actually, like, and I'm like, when we're playing it, like, this really makes a lot of sense because he's a dragon scholar and he keeps studying.
It really does, and he was like puppeteering us the whole
and then
time.
He was like the prisoner in the camp, and you're like, why is he the prisoner in the camp? You know, but that
suspicious.
And then Talus the white, and then the guy that got poisoned with the fake health potion. They weren't connected. There's a lot of characters in this game just weren't connected that I just connected, and
you did say that, like, oh, like, you don't understand, they have my family. Like, well, you're dead now.
So, do you guys want to play something else next time, or take a break, or?
Got a couple new books, quite a few actually. We just got the new one, The Radiant Citadel.
I mean, if you start a new one, I'll create a character.
No, this was awesome. I think I'm gonna be taking a break here for a minute, but I'll definitely be down to do some more D&D in the future.
Okay.
It was
maybe
the Mighty Morthos. I go in the Wall of Fame.
That monk man got beat up so bad.
Oh my gosh, battle scarred. So honestly, like, man, it wasn't every session, but especially at the beginning, because monks are so squishy at first. But then, sure enough, like, once they push like level 20, it's really hard to hit them.
I survived, quote unquote, survived with 13 hit points.
Yeah, I mean,
Arhana, how many you've left? Okay.
And that was after I buffed myself with an extra.
That was after I healed myself. Because I healed myself almost a fool when I climbed underneath that platform.
So I wonder if there are scenarios in which the team can win, like straight up win, like just defeat team out sheer force.
What's funny, I was saving, like, I saved 2/3 of my key points to use against Tiamat, and then Tiamat one-shot me before I could even land a single blow.
Run up right next to Tiamat, and she's just like, nope.
Sure, but I mean, what am I gonna do? Throw fists from across the room?
I think maybe throw fists and then run away.
Like just like punch
I didn't get a chance to
throw. Did she do the? I can't remember the turn order now.
I moved to flank and then was one shot. I didn't get to land a single blow against the big bad evil guy.
And you can't flank Tiamat with 5 heads. That's the only.
Oh, I didn't think so. No matter what, you can't get advantage.
Yeah, you can't get advantage on her.
I mean, so realistically, wherever I went, I would have died.
So she had an AC of 25. You guys did do the things that weakened her. So if you didn't weaken her at all, she would have had at the start 615 hit points.
That's so many.
Where did I write this?
Do a public roll on how many dice that you roll for damage. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god,
with
it'll break the webpage.
Like, do it as a public roll for damage.
Here, I'll do the. This is the most powerful attack, is the lightning breath.
$16. Yikes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my God. Almost
So
dead.
that would one hit KO almost everybody.
Wow.
Jeebus.
16
Yeah.
D10s.
No, yeah, Vilder, I know you said it last stream, but this encounter being world-ending, no joke.
Yeah. You guys were right about her save. So like her charisma was a 28, her strength's 30, constitution 30, intelligence 26, wisdom 26, and dex is 10.
I figured as much because she's big.
So-
It's hard to move when you're big.
She's not exactly
Something in regard
agile.
to deck saving throw would actually might work, but nothing else would.
But I didn't have that much of that, you know?
I know I could potentially stun people, and I don't know if that's Constitution. I think that's
Yeah.
Constitution.
You can look at her stat block. I opened it if you look up Tiamat in the actors list.
'Cause, I mean, if we do continue, and we'll probably take a break so he can, like, do all his work behind
Well,
the
that's up to you guys if you want to continue on this or if you want to roll new characters and play a different campaign.
I think a new character would be interesting. I mean,
Yeah, it's probably good to switch it up.
Yeah.
What's funny is Veldar, I know you've seen Harmon
I'm
Quest.
dead, so.
At one point, I think they do go to hell after a character passes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she came out of hell is where this portal is from.
Because we
Yes.
even have Feywild. We have like all the new books and everything. We don't have some of the old ones like Strahd. We don't have Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
We were working on the alt covers, but some of them aren't possible yet.
Sure.
All right.
So those are all possibilities because Radiant Citadel literally just came out Tuesday.
Oh, like hot
Yeah.
off the presses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you DM one, I'll join.
keep an eye on the channel.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll do like a vote to see what everybody was thinking about doing.
I'll do what I did last time. I'll put a poll up and then you guys can vote and I'll put like a brief description on what kind of campaign it is.
Like Feywild's supposed to be really cool. It's like takes place in a carnival and stuff.
I like
Don't delete these characters though, because you never know. There could be a time where
yeah, so I would update them on D&D Beyond because once I make a new world, you won't be able to.
All this will
them.
be gone.
Yeah,
There you go.
I mean, I'll still have it, but you won't be able to access it unless I relaunch this world up.
I can
Right.
never remake Drax. He's
One of a kind.
his
Did you-
job. His job is done.
Did you name him after Guardians of the Galaxy Drax or?
I just like kind of like I'm like Dragon Drax. I don't know. I just kind of
Okay.
made it.
Dragon
Like
with an
as
axe.
yeah, kind of.
my mind never went to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Or
That
what
just-
was it on?
didn't
Yeah.
either.
Or which character?
Drax the Destroyer. That was Dave Bautista's
Yeah.
character.
Oh, is his name Drax too?
Yeah, his name's Drax, and it's like
Yeah.
Oh, you know, maybe
nothing goes over my head. I will catch it.
I might have subconsciously done it. I don't know. Because I probably have heard that name before. Maybe I was just like, oh, Drax. It seems like a Dragonborn's name.
I dig it.
But yeah. He's gone. But he did his job.
Hoto's shooting Tiamat right now. Oh lord. All right, well, DM. Oh gosh, Tiamat's gone pixelated.
Pixelated.
DM, thank you again for the great session. I mean, this was no small task. 2 books, almost 50 sessions. That's insane.
Just wait till you get the bill.
Oh man,
Good job.
that's right. I owe him for every month of running the server.
It's like, it's super cheap.
You rejected my last payment.
Yeah, because you sent it on Messenger. I'm not going to accept payments from you.
Oh jeez. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
It was an honor living and dying with you.
Yes. It's good times.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yep.
Good.
All right.
Night, everybody.
Have a good night.
All right, guys. Well, that is going to conclude our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. It's kind of bittersweet. It sucks I died. It sucks, but it's hashtag worth it. We died heroes, saving the day, and that is what heroes do. That is going to conclude our stream here for Thriller Thursday, and not just for today, but also this whole week. I know we took some days off because I was out of town, but I'm back now, so things will kick back up next week. Since D&D is off the table, the schedule is going to change a little bit too, so definitely stay tuned and keep your eye on the social to figure out what's going on from there. But what we're doing now is go ahead and drop a raid on a friend. We're going to go to the outro screen and turn our party into someone else's party. Don't go anywhere. It's about to happen right now.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. You can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.
Alright, you guys. We are going to go ahead and drop a raid over my buddy Pedro Puffs. Pedro Puffs is an absolutely awesome streamer. Him and another friend of ours were from an older community that has since then evolved. Just a super supportive, super creative, super funny guy. He's got an infectious smile. He's got some of the best dance moves in the game. I'm going to go ahead and start a raid over on his channel. He's currently playing a little bit of some Fall Guys, which has gotten all kinds of crazy new updates this month, so it's definitely worth looking into. This game drives me crazy because I cannot win, but that is okay. I just made sure that Pumpkin Jack shared some stuff in the chat right here for us to copy and paste over into Pedro Puff's broadcast once we get there, but that is going to be it for me, guys. Feel free to show Pedro some love. Say anything along the lines of raid or brains or hype, or use our emotes, use Extra Life emotes, use your favorite emotes, whatever you'd like. But that is going to be it for me. As always, you guys, there has never been anyone like you. There is none like you, and there will never be anyone like you. Love yourselves, love each other. I love you. We'll see you guys all next time. Stay spooky. Good night. Now, if you excuse me, I'll get back into my coffin. We'll see you all later.